We will call to order the Lammersville Unified School District Facilities Committee meeting at 6:30 p.m. And we'd ask that everyone present please silence or turn off your cell phone at this time because this meeting is being live streamed and recorded. Move on to item 2, roll call.
Stephanie Olson,
Here.
David Pombo,
Here.
Jason Dixon,
Here.
Thorsten Harrison,
Here.
Prabjot Madan.
Item 3, receiving of public comments. Are there any members of the audience who would like to make a public comment at this time? Seeing none. Okay, we'll go on to item 4, facility use update. Item A, facility use minutes of 5/9/2024 are located in the agenda. So I think we can just have people read those on their own. And item B, finance report. Staff report, sorry.
You got it. So as you can see, that we have the end balance from previous year for our finances, and then the beginning of this school year. You'll notice there's an encumbrance on there. That is an encumbrance for the clerk position that we ran through the process to help us with civic permits for the school year. And then we're starting with a balance of approximately $727,000, which will grow throughout the school year.
Any questions or comments about the finance report from the membership? No? All right, item C, facility usage reports from 4/24 to 9/9/24.
Okay, so the first page here, our hourly usage, you can see that the main hours that the schools are used are between 3 and 7 p.m. and then it drops off sharply after that, mostly after school items. When you look at each school individually, you can see right now this time of year our multi-purpose rooms and our fields are our biggest usage areas. The majority of our uses come from LUSD foundations or the schools themselves. If you look at Costa, we still had some grass issues, and so we haven't been able to fully utilize their fields yet, but we are using the other parts of the facilities now. And that's all I have on that.
Any questions or comments about the facilities usage reports? Okay, item D, denied applications. Staff report?
Okay.
Is your computer not catching up?
So on our denied applications, there's two main reasons for those. The does not meet the 2-hour minimum was one of the main reasons that the permits were denied. The second being that the groups just applied too early before the times that they opened up in civic permits. So they came back in and resubmitted. Most of those groups have been able to get their the times that they wanted for the facilities.
Okay, and the groups that booked less than 2 hours could reserve with a 2-hour reservation if they wanted to, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Any questions about that? No. All right, item E, reimbursements to organizations. Any staff report on that?
So we did have a few refunds. Basically, they called and canceled permits, and then we just deposit refund that they had put down that they were refunded to them.
Okay, great. Any comments, questions so far? Okay, so we'll go on to item 5, information and discussion items. Item A, field striping costs. Staff report.
So at the beginning of last year, I believe we talked about the new Jim E striping machine that we purchased. We lease. Staff asked for a year to figure out how to use it, see how much it would cost, how much paint would be used when we stripe fields. But we knew we wanted to allow the public to ask for their fields to be striped when they're using our facilities. So we now have a fee schedule that we'd like to propose and put in our handbook temporarily for the school year, try it out, see how it goes. And then if we like how it's gone for the school year, I'll give a report at the end of the school year, and we would add it to the facilities handbook at the end of the school year. And as you can see, the fees are fairly reasonable because the paint costs a lot of money and staff time. If we're doing a football field, that's 3.5 to 4 hours of staff time. So for baseball, softball, it's $200. Soccer, $300. Football, we have a basic plan where they just do the football field. But if they want like hash marks and center hash marks or any fancy stuff, it's a little more money. And then flag football, 60-yard fields, $200. And then the repaint is cheaper because it usually has some sort of leftover on the field, and it's a little easier for our robot to repaint the field. So it's a little less cost.
How long does the paint last from the Jimmy?
It depends on what season we're in and the growth of the grass.
Okay.
Because really, it's when they cut the grass.
Okay.
Right? So once they cut the grass back down, a lot of times a lot of the paint particles go away. So the user can decide, we're not ready yet. They can wait till maybe the next time. It's totally up to them when they want to repaint the field. So that's our proposal from maintenance.
Okay. And any questions or comments about the proposal?
I think it sounds reasonable.
So what school is this facility in? Sorry, I think I missed that part.
It's for any of our facilities that are used, any of the grass fields or the baseball or softball fields.
Yeah, because like what happens now is people have to use like the little, the push spray paint stripers or the chalk ones for the baseball field, and it's time consuming. And the little the Jimmy that we have is very, very useful in those labor intensive kinds of things.
And a lot more accurate as well.
Yeah, there's no human error. It's a straight line. So this recommendation, does it need to go before the board, or we're just going to add it to the handbook, I think?
No, I think what we do is we add it to the process that we have.
Okay.
And allow groups to pay, and like if we make any mistakes or anything, we'll redo it, and just to get us to have a good process for this year.
Okay.
And then when we add it to the handbook, I can point it out at the board meeting that we did it that way, if everybody's good with that.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that sounds good. Thank you. Item B, badminton proposal. Staff report?
I believe we have a group here that would like to make a proposal. Hi, everybody. Come on up to the podium if you'd like. And Ms. Lanza over here will pull up the presentation that you sent us. And there's a clicker right there. You can advance there you go, the presentation when you need to. And I think the microphone is on. You can speak in the microphone.
Sorry. Hello, everyone. Not first time here, so pardon
Yeah,
us
no
if
worries.
there is
Yeah.
any mistake in the decorum here.
Yeah.
So proposal is to use the MPR rooms for badminton, racquetball, not racquetball, but
Is that microphone on?
Okay, hello. Yeah, I think much better. Yeah, proposal is to use the MPR rooms for badminton, and it's all we are requesting is, apart from usage of the courts, we would like to sticker. So the badminton courts look like similar to tennis courts, much smaller in size, and all we are looking for stickering on that. The stickering is temporary and we can take off after the games. There's no permanent damage to either the facility or anything. So looking for about 4 courts in parallel usage, and we listed the rationale and benefits that it will allow the people playing here, and requesting usage of these courts for rental after school hours. So we're not blocking during the school hours or so. So listed the court measurements of what we are looking for, where the stickering would go. That's how that would look, the stickers, when it's placed. Yeah. Anything you would like to add? Yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions on this.
And one more thing is, this is basically like the first phase. We want to start with the weekend and in the Costa, in the College Park. Going forward, if there is a lot of demand on this and creating so much revenue, we can extend to the other MPRs as well in the Lammersville. Yes, and today we are going to Tracy to have this badminton facilities, and we are paying a lot of money on the memberships. So that's what it brings a lot of revenue to the school district as well.
Yeah, the nearest facility, as you said, is in Tracy, and we don't have anything within Mountain House to support this. And ideally, this is an indoor sport, can be played outdoor, but with all the wind in Mountain House, it's not feasible. So, so it has to be played indoors, and MPR rooms are the best suited for this. Any questions?
Any questions by the committee?
I don't have any questions. I don't see any objection as long as the staff okays the tape and the venues you want are available at the times you want. I don't see any problem with it.
Yeah, I agree. I would defer to staff's judgment on the tape if that is something that works, and then the process of renting the facilities, if they're available, then they can be used for that purpose.
And we would like to also extend that this will be mainly focusing on in the weekends for the first phase, and it won't be disturbing any of the school hours. And also we will be requesting local staff because we want to start with the Costa Elementary School. And as you mentioned, this will be started with the NPO, and we will go through the process through the civics permit, and we will check on the availability. We not yet started at NPO because we are holding it if we don't get permit, because our motive completely is on the badminton for now. Once we get the approval, we will be starting all the process. We are in place, and we'll be opening up soon and looking for the availability through the civics permit.
Okay, so to go through the permits process, this gentleman right here is the person that can help you. But what I will ask is it's called Pack-A-Line is the material. Is that what it's called? Pack-A-Line?
Backline.
Do you have any in possession?
We don't have right now, but we can get some and
So
submit through the application.
That's what I would
process.
ask, that you get some, and then we'll set up a meeting with you and our facilities director so he can meet you at the facility and he can look and see how it works. And if he says yes, we're a go.
Okay. Perfect.
And then you would just have to get scheduled on civic permits and put in for the permit and do all the processes that are there.
Certainly.
Does
Sounds
that
good.
sound okay?
Yes. Thank you so much for approving. Thank you. We'll look
So,
for it.
Ms. Lonzo, do you have their contact information?
Yes, I have the email.
Yes? Okay. So what we'll do is when you get it, email Ms. Lonza, and then we'll set up the meeting with Mr. LeGrand.
Certainly.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
Everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to item C, Cuesta Montessori Preschool Staff Report.
I gave an update last year, I believe, about the Montessori program at Cuesta has been rented for a number of years by a Montessori program. And the director came to our facilities committee meeting early last year to ask permission to do some signage and do some other things, which she did not do. I think because she received notice from the district that this will be their last year renting that facility. Because with the growth that's going to happen across the freeway in North Town, we're going to need those classrooms as classrooms for our students. And we, much like we did at Altamont 2 years ago, to save space, we're going to need to use those facilities. And so they've received a letter from Gloria Grijalva, our chief financial officer. They've responded in the affirmative. They understand their contract will end in May. And then once they are out of the facilities, we'll do a checklist, check them out, and then we have plans with facilities to redo those 4 classrooms, and because it'll be the first time in years they have not been used. So we're going to do the walls, do the carpet, redo all the rooms and get them ready for the influx of students that we expect from that side of town so that there's more space at Cuesta for our students. So we're updating the phones, we're updating the bells out there. We've already updated the playground area, but we're kind of trying to get all that squared away so it aligns with the school facility. So that's my report.
Thank you. Any questions?
So this is just an informational item.
Yes, yes. I mean, yes, because she came and spoke to us, I think, at the beginning of last year.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to make sure this group knew that the results are that, you know, of the long-term use of that facility is ending.
Okay.
So,
All right, thank you. And then item D, communication from Mountain House Sailfish Swim Club. Staff report?
I just wanted to inform this group that a while ago, the Sailfish came to us with a proposal to use our pool and partner with us to use the pool when our kids aren't using the pool. And they have been very successful. And I wanted to inform this group that I received a very nice thank you letter from the director of the program. I don't see his name here.
Yeah, Scott. Pfister.
Pfister? Scott
He's-
Pfister,
he's
thank
the-
you.
yeah.
It's really nice. He's been a good partner with the high school. The pool hasn't always been agreeable, and I think he understands that to run a pool in this day and age, it's very difficult. And the pool's up, the pool's down, the pool's up, the pool's down, and it affects their schedule, but they've been really good partners and really understanding. And I just wanted to make sure this group knew that we got a really nice thank you letter for the use for last school year, and I wanted to acknowledge that.
Thank you. Any questions? Okay, then we will move on to item 6, future agenda topics and meeting dates. Item A, future agenda topics. Staff report?
I'm going to put on there water fill stations again.
Okay,
We're trying.
okay.
So I think we should hold ourselves to it and keep trying. Mr. Pombo brought this 4 years ago, 3 years ago,
It's been-
and we're working on it. We're trying to figure out the time for staff and how to get it done in a way that's fiscally responsible. So we're still going to work on it.
Slightly unrelated, but related. I understand that Lammersville has purchased or is in the process of purchasing an additional water fill station. Have they been working with district staff to get that installed at that campus?
I was not aware, but they may be. I will meet with our director. I'm meeting with him tomorrow, and I'll find out.
All right. Thank you.
You bet.
And then, anybody have any other future agenda topics they want to address? No? Okay, we'll go to item B, 2024-2025 meeting dates. Staff report?
So as you can see, the rest of our meeting dates are November 7th, February 6th, and then the 3/13 date is if we need it, if there's somebody needs to have a meeting for us to go over something. And then 5/8 is our last meeting of the school year.
Okay, great, thank you. And I don't, any other items of business before we adjourn?
You want to introduce the new member?
Oh, yeah, yeah. And we selected a new member yesterday for the facilities committee to begin a 2-year term, and I'd like to introduce him tonight. His name is Ratang Kanthala, and he's in the audience until he gets ratified by the board, so we'd like to welcome you. And that will take place at the October 16th board meeting, and he will be attending up here with us on November 7th. So welcome to your 2-year term.
Welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Would you like to come up and say a few words if you wish?
I would thank the board for selecting me for the position, and I'm already volunteering in multiple positions in Mountain House. I'm a committed volunteer. Whatever the position I took, I will work for that. So yeah, from the this position, like whatever the expectation, like I'm trying to like understand what we are discussing and what's happening here. So yeah, I will try my level best, and I will keep the like whatever the responsibility, like trust kept on me. So thanks for having me one more time. Like, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And if there's no other business, then we can adjourn the meeting at 6:50 p.m.
Can I speak up to the podium? Is that okay if I
Is
speak
it
up to
okay?
the podium?
It's up to you.
Yeah, might as well. Public comments we had.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Jimmy. I run a couple of organizations here in Lammersville. I have over about 200 kids in our organization. I just want to talk about the registration process that we have currently. I run a volleyball academy for kids, and when I was registering, there was about 10 basketball organizations taking up all the gyms, and I feel like we should have some more diversity within who could rent the gyms, right? And it's great. There's badminton. I love badminton. By the way, we should connect, but there's no point of putting the lines if they're never going to have a chance to rent the MPRs. So I just want to voice my concern about that, and hopefully we could come with a solution that we could work together and provide something for the kids. That's all.
And I guess if there's no comment, we will adjourn at 6:51 p.m.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you.